actually in Egypt here.
Absolutely, bro.
What's up,
Hey,
buddy?
what's
How you
up? How you
doing?
doing?
I'm great, alhamdulillah. How about you?
Alhamdulillah, all good. Ramadan Kareem. Well, just wanted to let you know this is my first time to join any kind of live, and I'm joining this one because it's kind of you guys are having such a conversation. It's not just a live that everyone wants to compete with each other, and that stuff that going on right now. You know that, and let's compete. Let's have some eggs in your head, and and cold water and this silly stuff. I hate that. But this is very good type of life. I'm not that kind of person who uses social media that much, but I like you. I like what you're doing, buddy. Keep it up.
Thank you.
I think
Thank you. That's
normal
great. Yeah, I love that
conversation
actually.
are very rare here.
Yeah, yeah. It's all
Yeah,
about how to make money,
Where are the normal people?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm with making money as well, but it's not just, insulting and humiliating myself to make money. It doesn't work
Yeah,
that way. I'm an
yeah,
entrepreneur. I know how to make
Yeah.
money. I have a lot of stuff that I'm doing during my day to make money, but I have to respect myself, eventually, when you look at the mirror and you can't put your eye onto your eye, how do you feel when you're humiliating yourself in front of people all day long and live and enjoying the money, I mean, if you become famous and make a lot of money from insulting yourself and humiliating yourself, then you go out and people know you, they recognize you, right? And they tell you, hey, I saw you shitting yourself yesterday, and you made a lot of money. What's that, right? I don't like it. I mean,
Yeah.
we're human beings, and
It's
and as
good. It's
Muslim,
very important.
yeah, man, and as
Yeah.
Muslim person, actually, Allah, and He created us to, and brought Islam to us to, how do you say it? Um, the opposite of insulting and humiliating. I don't know that word in English, to be honest,
get
but I'm sorry,
dignity.
to honor yourself, to honor
Oh,
your being a human
Yeah.
being. And with what's going on, we're
Good.
not honoring ourselves, it's not only about religion, but it's also about respecting yourself. Keep it up, buddy. I like what
humanity.
you're doing.
That's Thank you so much. So tell us about yourself, a little bit about yourself. Like you're saying you're an entrepreneur. Like
Yeah.
what do you do?
Well, right now what
Like
I'm
what
doing
kind of
is I'm wholesaling properties in the U.S. market. I live in Egypt, by the way. I'm Egyptian. I live in Egypt. I'm 33 years old, but right now I'm doing some, there is a recession in the world, and with every recession, there is an opportunity to make a lot of money. So I'm wholesaling properties in the U.S. market, real estate, U.S. market.
That's great. That's a good
Yeah,
thing. Real estate. We love this kind
yeah.
of industry. Me and Lisa actually were talking about it. Like if we have money, we would just invest in real estate right away, which is a
Well,
good thing actually. So
I tell you what, for me, from my own perspective, what I see right now is all the money that I'm making, I'm turning it into gold. I'm buying a lot of gold every time I make a lot of money. That's what I'm doing. I don't invest it
good.
in currencies. Gold is the best. Gold what
Nice.
saves your
That's good.
efforts, right? If
Following
you
up
make ten
with
thousand dollars right
gold.
now, yeah, gold. Buy a lot of gold.
Hmm.
If you make $10,000 right
Yeah.
now and then tomorrow the dollar, goes down, right? Don't compare it to Egypt,
Hmm.
but if you live in Saudi or Dubai, dollar doesn't have that much value right now there, right? But gold does. Because if you look at the political status of the world right now, the dollar is going down.
The
So I make a lot
stable.
of money. I buy gold. That's what I do.
Good for
Nice.
you.
And that's good actually. Because yeah, I'm following with the news of like gold, and it's expected to increase in the next
Yep.
couple of months, and Yeah, it's a good way. And just instead of just putting your money in the bank, it doesn't have any value. So, yeah, just buying gold is one of the good ways to save the value of your money.
Yes,
And
sir.
of course, whenever you need to sell it, yeah, that's a good way. And I hope like
Yes, sir.
just to have
And
enough
you'll be
money to
making
buy
much
gold.
money than you bought it, you know? I mean, if you buy a piece of real estate right now, you'll buy it at a high price because everyone right now knows that there is a huge recession coming and they want to make up for what's upcoming, you know, not for what they missed. So right now, don't buy real estate. If you want to invest in real estate, do not buy, but be a broker. Just wholesale. Get property under contract, you know, and then find a buyer. Or find someone who wants to buy a piece of real estate and then go and find them what they want and make yourself a commission, your assignment fee, right? That what makes money. And you can do a lot of, you know, a lot of sales per month. You do a couple or three of them, you make a lot of money, right? But if you go and buy
Yeah,
a piece of real estate with all your money, you don't know what the value will be tomorrow. You never know that.
yeah.
It might go up, it
Just
might go down,
like
right?
yeah, don't put all of your eggs in one basket. This is true, you know.
Yep.
So yeah, just gotta multiply and diverse
Yes,
your
sir.
uh your sources of like, investments. So yeah, that's true.
That's what I'm doing right now. I do
Because yeah,
wholesale whatever, you know, I wholesale properties, I wholesale cars, whatever. Social media right now, I like,
Mhm.
I'm not a person who has TikTok only. I'm sorry, I'm not a person who has Facebook or Instagram. I do only have TikTok. And I use TikTok only to see what's going on in the US because US media doesn't
Mhm.
show you what's going on and you really want to know what's going on, which state that you want to go after, you know, to buy some real estate there and
Yeah,
wholesale it and stuff like that. That's basically what you need to know, and basically none of the Facebook or YouTube or whatever other platform will show you what's going on in the US. They hide it and they hide it really well, you know?
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
People
I
are
know that.
pretty blunt on TikTok here. Like you can like
I
see a
don't
lot of
know
things from
why.
people experience. Like they say all the information that you need to know.
Yep.
So yeah, it's pretty like informative.
Yeah, like today,
Yeah, that's
I had a great tip that I'm going to use starting tomorrow, and I'm going to enter a new market, Idaho. Actually, right now, Idaho is one of the
Mhm.
states that has the most security in the US, and people started to move there. That means all the hedge funds and the capital people who has the money, they will start buying real estate there. Idaho prices, they are not that expensive. So people there, they know that their
Yeah,
properties doesn't worth a lot of money. So now it's an opportunity to purchase or to get properties under contract and sell them to the hedge funds who wants to buy property and rent it out, right? They live in the US, they know how to deal with the tax, right? But I'm not a US citizen. I can do like $10,000 in one sale, and for me here in Egypt, that's great. I like it, you know?
of course. That's amazing. This is the good way. You know, this is the good way of making like getting paid in dollars while you're in Egypt. This is real success, actually. You
Yes,
know,
sir. Yes, sir.
good luck with this.
I've done a lot, I've seen a lot, and this is the
Yes.
best way to make a lot of money right now. But of course, it's not going to last forever, you know?
Yeah, of course. You just gotta secure yourself as well as you said, like, you know, buying gold, invest and make yourself like so many sources of income here in Egypt as well. So yeah, just gotta be set up, you know, for the future as well and be prepared for any
Yeah,
kind of position that's coming in the future.
yeah. And I have one
This is
advice
pretty
for
cool,
you
actually.
guys when you make money. Like, I don't pay much money for my stuff, right? Because let's do this. I work from home for the past 3 years. Guess what I've done? I've sold my car. I don't need it. I go out like once a week,
Hmm.
twice a week, and I don't go that far. And I go out when it's needed. So I take an Uber, right? How much you're going to spend in an Uber for just, 1 day out? How much? 200,
Not
300 pounds?
much.
But if you have a car, you'll spend a
You can
week a
afford it.
lot of money.
Mhm.
you know so I
Yeah.
don't need it. I don't do social media. I don't do like a lot of photos, videos, posts and stuff like that, so I don't need an iPhone to show off that I have that good material or that stuff. I don't need it. So what do I have? I have just a normal phone that allows me to speak to you right now, allows me to take care of my work when I'm not at my laptop. That's all what I need. I don't have to buy a lot of stuff. But if you look at my house, there's nothing needed, right? I'm taking good care of my family because there's money all the time, because I'm not spending that money in something that I don't really need just to show off like other people. I'm not saying that everyone has to shut down their social media, but at least be mindful and thoughtful how you're doing so, how you're, investing your time in social media, right? So I go for TikTok
That's
to get information, and here I am. I got some new information for myself, and I met you guys. But that doesn't mean that I'm all day on TikTok, right? Only like 30 minutes or something a day to see what's going on, right? And that's it. So this is actually something that I've learned in the past 3 years, and it's helping me a lot. Really saved my time to learn a lot of new stuff.
exactly. Just yeah, don't waste your time. Don't buy dumb shit. Yeah, this is basically the most important thing. Like you said. I got these advice as well from like an entrepreneur called Grant Cardone, if you know him.
Yeah,
Don't know whether you know him or
yeah,
not.
that's
This
the real
guy,
estate
yeah,
father. That person, he's doing magic in real estate. He taught me a lot.
this guy is the best.
Yeah, I'll go and spend
Like I've
twelve
learned a
hundred
lot.
dollars or $1,500 to attend an event for him online, but I will never go and buy an iPhone.
Exactly. This is actually the being practical, like yeah, like he said, since he was 25 years old till he's 30 years old, nobody knew he was a millionaire, right? It was like with the same car, with the same clothes, with the same style, he didn't buy a Rolex, he didn't buy anything, and he had a million dollar in the bank. So,
Yep.
because like until like right now, like his net worth is like more than 20 billion or something. So it's
Yeah,
crazy.
and guess what? You don't have to
So
tell people how much you own, right, as money, how much your net worth is, because
mhm.
when people know how much you have as money, at that point they will start looking at you in a different way. They will start looking at you as, hey, there is a pocket that I want to get some out of. And when you give them some, they say, is this only what you're giving? You have all that and you're just giving me this? And guys how it works in Egypt here. So yeah, I mean,
Exactly. Yeah,
I'll never tell
people are
someone that I
judging,
have this amount of money.
Yeah, that's true, Yeah, like don't let anybody know anything about you, especially your financial status. So this is true, keep
Yes,
it a
sir.
secret
Yes, sir. That's the
and let
sweet.
your
That's the
success be
cream. How
quiet.
much you made, but they don't know how much you're struggling to make that money every day, how much you spend, at work, how many hours you're working a day to make that much money. So I told you I'm wholesaling properties, right? I can speak like to a couple of hundred people every day just to get a contract. Do you think it's easy? I get a
Yeah,
lot of stuff over the phone. People, they just say what they want to say, and you can't control someone over the phone. So you get a lot of swears, you get a lot of, fuck off and stuff like that. They just hung up on you and all that. But you need to tolerate because you're looking at, that light at the end of the tunnel, that $10,000 assignment fee that will make your life much and much better. And as a 33 years old
exactly.
person here in Egypt, I'm not seeing much people making that much money.
Yeah, that's true. So just like yeah, just doing the same thing as like 20 years, but yeah, like different like outcomes. So the outcome is really the most important thing. So just yeah, you just do whatever it takes, in
Yeah,
order to reach to this level. So yeah,
yes, sir.
nobody
But you
knows
need to
anything
honor
about this.
yourself,
Right?
you know?
Just see it's and judge like, oh my God, this person, I want to be like this person, but you don't want to do the hard work, that
Exactly.
everybody like this person have done in order to actually
Yeah.
reach to this level. So crazy.
Exactly. Exactly. You work and work and
Crazy.
work to make that much money for yourself, but people they don't see what kind of efforts that you've exerted to make that money and to be in that status, you know?
Yeah, they just envy you. For Egyptian, they just envy you, and if like you are like relatives or something, العشم بياخدهم شوية.
Oh,
They just want
Mohamed.
money, like
I tell you
yeah,
what,
literally want
I tell you something that
yeah.
happened to me a few years ago, and this is kind of lesson, for people also. So what happened is, Lisa, she's saying that she's leaving, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Lisa, good night. Yeah, like because I think the time is late for her, and her daughter wants us to sleep. So
Oh, how
yeah.
sweet it is. Okay. So I tell you a story that has a point, right? And that's a personal story that happened with me. So there was a friend that I've known that friend for like 20 years, right? He was like one of the best friends. We eat together, we live together most of the time, we go together everywhere and all that. And when I started, I had a career and I left that career for some reasons. So I stayed jobless for a couple of years. Couple of years I'm jobless. I don't know what to do. I was 26 at that point. And afterwards I started to learn a
Hmm.
new career and my career started with a call center agent, right? So I was like speaking English but not that much and not wasn't that good as well. So I started to, work on myself and stuff like that so I can speak better English so I can, seek for a new career. And I started as a call center agent selling vacations for Expedia Canada and I started to, to make money with dollars commissions and stuff like that. So back at the time before COVID, you had to sell a vacation for $12,000 so you can get $100 as a commission, and this is where it started
Hmm.
with me. So I started working on myself, and then COVID came, so I lost that job because there was no tourism back at the time. So I started,
Hmm.
to search and see what's going on. So I started to work as a real estate wholesaler, that the job that I'm doing right now. And at the very beginning, I wasn't having the mindset of a millionaire mindset. No, I'm just making a lot of money that I didn't used to make, and I'm spending all of it. So when you get like 5 grand commission, dollar was back at the time like 12 pounds. So you go every night and spend $200 every day. You spend $200, and you spend them with that
Money is
friend,
the money is
with that
lost, and
friend.
yeah, that.
Yeah. So after 10
I've
months,
experienced
I,
this
I
when I was
cal-
in person.
yeah. So after 10 months, I've calculated how much did I spend in these 10 months. And I found out that I've spent way, way much than I used to make my whole life just in 10 months. And I didn't even buy myself an
That was a
iPhone.
fortune.
I didn't buy anything, just spending that money going out here and there. So, and I sat with him and I
Yeah.
told him, hey, bro, you know what? I've calculated how much we spent, and I found out that I spent this number, and it was seven figures number. And I'm not lying, seven
Oh my
figures
God.
number. At the lowest, seven figures number. And this is a number that I've worked for like 29 years in my life, or 29 years in my life, and I never made that number, but I made it in a short period of time, and I spent it all. So he was like, yeah, I know you're a fool. And I was like, so you've seen me spending all that money on both of us, and now you're telling me that I'm a fool. And he was like, yeah, no one does what you're doing. And I was like, why you didn't give me an advice? You're just enjoying what I'm doing, enjoying the money that I'm spending, and you're saving your salary every month. You're not spending a shit. I'm paying for everything because I'm saying that you're my best friend, but as a best friend, you should give me an advice and say, hey, stop. You're going to need that money later on. And I was shocked, to be honest. I was shocked. Like, you're my best friend, 20 years friendship. And now you've thrown all these 20 years for just one word. And guess what? Since that day, I never knew him again. And that was the turning point in my life. That was the turning point that, hey, your network is your net worth.
Exactly.
You need to
This
know,
is true,
you
actually.
need actually to select the people that you spend your time with. And I've went, like alone for some time until I met some people. They have the same mindset, and now we became friends. Now guess what? We're making money all together. We're competing on who's making much money per week in dollars,
Yeah, I love this.
And yeah, which
Yeah,
is made me right now 33 years old. Alhamdulillah, millionaire. The only millionaire in my family, right? And from both sides, like mother and father. And alhamdulillah, I'm having this mindset and I'm taking good care of my family. And I do only buy what I need. I don't spend my money for something just to show off and take care of the people that I go out with as friends, but they are not friends. They're just delusioning you to get the benefit of you spending that money.
exactly. You know, so that's amazing, actually. Yeah, this is a subject that we can relate to and all learn from it for sure. So yeah, it's all about the network, the mindset. Yeah, like that's for sure.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
hopefully, I was working at call center, but of course, like in the past, there was like a lot of money, like than today. But I was getting paid in pounds, but it was an amount of money. Like I was making like more than 10K. Just 5 years ago, it was a huge amount of money for me. So I miss these old days actually. But right now, a call center is not the best thing. That's why when I finished the military, I just finished the military a year ago, and I started like follow my passion, which is teaching English. They're teaching English, and yeah, I work online from home nowadays,
Amazing.
and yeah, it's working
Amazing,
pretty
man.
good
You know
for me.
what?
Yeah.
Like, like, like 4 years ago or 3.5 years ago, not full four. So 3.5 years ago, I went to a few friends that we hang out together every day, go to the PS, and stuff like that. And I told them, hey guys, I've made you know, a great thing in my English. And you know what? I can help you to improve your language. So you guys have kids. Most of my friends, they are married, having kids, and kids are at school right now. And schools in Egypt, they started to implement the English culture in every subject, right? So when they
Yep.
go home and talk to the parents, who are my friends, and they don't know how to speak English. So they are just ruining the kids' culture. So I told them, hey guys, you know what? I can help you. I can give you some courses to improve your language and be better with your kids because you're coming every day saying, hey, you know what? This situation, what happened with me, my kid came from school and he was saying this word, but I couldn't understand it, and he laughed at me or she laughed at me, and it's embarrassing. And I was there to help. Do you know what did they say? Stop showing off. You know a couple of words, so don't show off. Now, guess what? We rarely meet. Like, I don't meet them that often right now, but when I see them, I say Alhamdulillah for the guidance of Allah to show me the path to be a better person. And you know what? when you start thinking of other people and how you need to help other people, you, money will just follow you. It's not just about the money. Money will follow you wherever you
Exactly.
go. Just make sure you're taking care of other
Yeah.
people, which is basically all what the religions are saying, right? So Allah, when Allah sent religion to earth, He showed us how to live our life and help other people and take care of others, and everything will come, right? وَفِي السَّمَاءِ رِزْقَكُمْ وَمَا تَعْلَمُونَ. And that word, it, and that word is not just, something that Allah said. No, it's go by my book, go by my rules, and I will show you what you've never imagined that you will get. And this is what's happening. This is what happened to me, which is Alhamdulillah, I'm grateful for that. And I wake up every day and I say, Alhamdulillah, every day. When you compare your life a few years ago to now, you say, you know what? I'm great. But when you compare that, you will have another comparison opening for my life right now and after 5 years. What I'm going to do? You know? What will happen with me after 5 years? Am I enough right now? I got everything that I want, or should I still be doing what I'm doing, you know?
Yeah. This is a fact. Yeah, like for me also, like I've cut like all of my friends. I have only one friend, one best friend actually. Has been with me like for 26 years now, or 25 years. Like for other friends, yeah, I just got also like so like many situations that I have known that they are not good for me. They don't have the same mindset. They're just like they're so negative around me. Once I told them something, they just don't care, or just they give you like a negative response. So that's why just I don't see them right now. I didn't talk to them, like at all. However, like I don't see anyone. Like I'm staying at my home, but I learned so much, like actually from my job. I've like seen so many people. I've learned it from them. They're all like older than me, and they're different in careers and different jobs and different things. So yeah, I always like I love to help other people speaking the language, and I have so many things on like social media and so many like free content, and yeah, this is what actually it's been great for me, So it's not about the money, like you said.
Exactly.
It's all about
So
helping other people
your
and
passion
have
right now
good
is to
service
teach people how
more
to
than
speak
you.
in English, right? This is your passion, to teach English. You've gone
Yeah,
to your service, you spent like a year at least in the military, and now you're kind of want to go and do something that you really like. And the thing that you like is teaching people something that they will really need, because guess what? Even if the dollars go down, right? If the dollar goes down, still the language is the first language in the world, right? Everybody speak English, and they need English in
yeah,
every job.
that's
Even here in
true.
Egypt, if you're working, if you're going to an interview, the interviewer will ask you how good is your English, right? Although you're not working in English, but they
Yeah,
want you to speak in English. So now you're making these lives, you're making free content to help people, encouraging people to speak more in English. And guess what? You'll have multiple people come and asking you, hey, can you give me a course? And this is where the money falls into your
exactly.
pocket, right? But because you're helping people at the
Yeah,
first
like
place, this is basically
like content.
نرزقكم من حيث لا تحتسبون. That's the exact word meaning, you know?
Yes, exactly.
Keep it up, buddy. I,
Yeah.
I
So
like what you're
yeah,
doing. I really do. Uh, and I don't know if there is anything that I really can help you with. You're doing great.
thank you. Like just I got glad of you here, and learn from other like basically since this live like maybe like 2 weeks, and I've like met tons of people. I have also like great stories, and this is the best way to learn from other people's experiences. Actually, like I love that. you know. So it's kind of like like prefer to call it as a podcast, you know. This time is like a
Uh-huh.
podcast, like for sharing experiences and sharing like success stories. And yeah, we get a person actually, he's like 23 years old and he found a way to actually make money out of YouTube, you know, and it was like pretty successful. Like just got like money from YouTube in 7 months. You know, I made like his first $300 out of YouTube. So
Oh,
yeah, like great stuff. And another person is working in stocks and he knows all of the stuff about stocks. And we've discussed so many things about money and about investments. So yeah, it's been great for me actually, you know, just to know these kind of people, you know, the same positivity with the same mindset, like I said, like it's pretty actually for me. And that's what I'm working on. I'm trying to myself, make my personal branding, you know, trying to reach more people, spread awareness of like teaching and stuff like that. Yeah, and hopefully, you know, uh, God will help us, you know, reach my point, and the money and stuff like that would come anyway, you know.
yeah, but you just put the
So yeah.
efforts, right? And you will never know. Maybe one of these live videos that you're making right now, or the free content that you're putting, you'll find someone who's really rich and wants your help. And then you get a lot of money out of just helping them, right? Teaching them something, right? It happens. You will never know what will happen tomorrow. You will never know what you're going to do at the next minute, right? What will happen at the next minute? You plan to do something, but Allah has different plans for you. So Allah said, just put in the work, put in the efforts, and I will pay you back.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I always believe in this, you know, and you never know, like you said, you know, just sometimes I get other people, you know, coming from YouTube, coming from Facebook, wants to get a course with me, and of course I thank God for that, you know, for this kind of stuff. You know, like I give private courses beside I work with a company, but and actually I took a vacation from the company, so basically it's a month of like, you know, just worship and break from
Yes.
work, you know, somehow. And after I eat, show like a positive attitude that it's come to rock and roll, you know, every kind of thing. Because in summer vacation, definitely the courses, it's the season of the courses, you know, in the summer. So it's gonna
Yeah.
be great.
I hope
So
so.
yeah.
I hope so. I wish you the best, my friend. I wish you the best. And when you start your podcast, just have me in one day in that podcast, because you know what? The best thing to do is just share your experience, especially when you are someone like, if you are a self-made millionaire, you have a lot of mind. You have a lot in mind to share with people as successful stories with a lot of successful points, and especially the new generations. I mean, I have a 20 years old brother, and when I talk to him, he has nothing in mind. And when I compare myself to him, when I was 20 years old, I was like, you know what? I had a dream back at that time, but these generations, they have nothing in mind. They don't have a vision for tomorrow. They can make like a lot of money just from that type of contents that we were talking about at the very beginning, insulting themselves, humiliating themselves. And guess what? My brother right now, he I told him, if I see you one day making any of these videos, I'm going to kill you myself. I'm going to do a lot of stuff for you, to you, that you can never imagine that I can do that for you, to you. You know what? And I'm serious about it. I'm serious. I will have him just stay at home with no phone, no internet connection, no friends, nothing, but never humiliate yourself, right? Never disrespect yourself. That's a rule that I'm going by, right? Because I could I no I made already money from respecting myself, right? So this generation can make easy money and they have no visions. There are no leaders in these new generations. But when they listen to someone who's 50, 60 years old and take their advice, they look at it at, hey, you're coming from an old era and this is a different world right now. But when they listen to someone who's just close to their age, like I'm 33, right? So I'm very close to their age. When I give an advice, they listen because they see how much money you're making, and they know what kind of mindset you do have, and they implement what you're telling them, because there are always ways to make money in a good way, in a halal way, right? And in a respectful way as well. But there's no one putting them on that
Sure.
road, on that path. So I'll
Unfortunately,
love
yeah.
if you start your own podcast,
All the
just
people
have me in to hop
right
hop
now.
on with you one day.
Sure, sure. Like definitely, they lack awareness. This is a problem, like a huge problem. They lack awareness, like especially the teenagers. They lack awareness in religion. They lack awareness in education. They don't know the right path. They don't know the right mindset, the right mentality. They just look on Instagram and social media. Like this guy has a huge influence. Like I want to be an influencer. So their goal right now, whether they want to become a gamer or they want to become an influencer, social media influencer, just to like gain fame and money. This is like all the people are on TikTok always. Most of the people
Yeah.
on TikTok, yeah, they got famous this way. Unfortunately,
I
just
was that kid
only
one
like,
day, by the
however, a
way.
lot of people.
Uh,
Hmm.
until
Go
like
ahead.
2018 and 2019, I was that kid who's saving money all year just to go to Sahel and spend that money. Um, and I stopped going there when I started to make a lot of money that I never imagined that I'll be making. I stopped going to Sahel and spend that much money. Do right now when I go to Sahel in the summer, I go to a, like, I don't go to Marina, Marassi, and all that shit stuff that you have to spend, like, every meter you have to spend £1,000. No, no, I don't go there. I go at the very, very, like, beginning, you know, for places like I stopped going 2 years and years ago. No, I go to enjoy. Now I go there to enjoy the family, you know, gathering together with
Yeah,
the family and
it's
not with the
relaxing.
hoes, and stuff like that. When I started making all that money, I stopped all the bad habits that I used to have. I used to drink and smoke and all that. I stopped all that because before I started, like, before making all that much money, I was a kid, 29 years old kid, you know. But once you shift your mindset
Mhm.
to do something better, now you'll start looking at your religion, at your principles, you know, and you will have rules you need to commit to in your life so you can be successful. Right now, guess what? If I go broke to zero in 1 year, I'm not saying like 3 months because it's hard for me to be a millionaire in 3 months like other people, but in 1 year, I will become a millionaire again. Alhamdulillah, Allah
Yeah.
just gave me the mindset how to make money. Just by going off to help some people, I will make that much money, right? Your network. Now you know how to know people and to be a friend with people. They have a lot of money and they have the same mindset. Now you have that eye look. When you look at someone, you know who they are, what they made of, and are they really like you, or they are going to waste your time. You learn all that.
Hmm. This is totally true. You know. So it's just like
Yeah.
Grandpa, I don't think he made a TV show of, but this is only in the channel, like it's and just like I couldn't find it free actually. I think it's called the Millionaire something, Millionaire something. I don't remember the name exactly, But yeah, he had something like that. He was broke, like very broke, and he had like, I don't know, like just a period of time to become a millionaire or a billionaire. So
Yeah, to become a millionaire,
that's
and he had
actually,
only a truck and $100 or something like that.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
remember seeing that video a few years ago. It was a motivational video, right? But I didn't look at it at like this is a motivational video. No, the point that I got from that story is the discipline, which is he could go back to his place while having billions of dollars as net worth, but he kept doing what he was doing, just to start over and over again. So that was more than motivation. It was the discipline, you know?
yeah, exactly. This is true, actually. Soul discipline.
Yep. Discipline is the best thing. Well, buddy, I really enjoyed the conversation, but I'm spending right now more than 1 hour, like 10 minutes extra than 1 hour. And this is going to be like it will has a bad influence on me. So uh I really enjoyed the conversation, and one day when I hop in again I will come and say hello and I'll talk to you. But I really have to go right now, okay?
Sure, yeah. Talking about discipline. This is, yeah, the meaning of discipline. This is amazing. Okay,
Yes, sir.
I'd
Yes, sir.
love to
There's the whole family to take care of, and my day off. You know, I take only Sunday as a day off. So, yeah,
uh,
that's all. So, I really
I
do
see.
enjoy the conversation, buddy, and I will come back to you specifically to talk to you and say hello and see if we can do something together uh, in the near future, you know, because I'm thinking also about that podcast. So, I guess maybe we can do something together, you know? You have the experience. I don't have the
Yeah,
experience to create a podcast, but uh, I have some advices to people, especially when they are like a personal, shit that I've been through, and I really can help people to know better and give them better knowledge how they can make money and how they become human beings, because once you be that person, you'll be a human being.
yeah, that's just basically true. Yeah, sure, we can set it up. Why not? You know.
Um,
So
Amazing,
yeah,
amazing. All right. If you can just text me your number or something, and we'll keep in touch with you. We'll have good plans together, man.
sure, you can have it in the. Sure, I have, like, my number is in the bio because I
Okay.
cannot actually, like, my name here is
I'll contact you
free.
though.
So yeah, this is here. Okay, sure, sure,
All right.
anytime.
Sure. Appreciate you,
All
man.
right.
Appreciate everyone here in the live. You're welcome, buddy. Take care. Have a good evening.
Good evening. That was really, really